I heard an analogy. I want to see if you agree with it, which is as of right now, with most of the LLMs, they call it at a B plus level. They don't turn B plus writers into A writers, but they turn D writers into B plus writers, meaning it's a leveler, not a top end. If you're a Keats, an LLM's not going to help you. But if English is your second language, it is going to write better drip emails than you ever will in a million years. Do you like that analogy or do you not like that analogy?
I think it is accurate. I think it's accurate, and it's true for coders too, because a great coder is still a 10x coder, but this can make a 1x coder into a 2x coder. So I think that this is accurate. I don't know that it matters though, because all we've done is change the window, right? I mean, it's I don't know if you analogize to the Overton window or something like that, but like, what is the,
I think it's a great analogy to the Overton window. It shifts everything.
It just shifts everything. And then it doesn't mean that the top necessarily gets better, but now the marketplace's expectations might actually start to hone in on the nuance of the difference. Because before I could look and it was like, that's shitty writing. And before it's like, that's clearly not shitty writing.
Yeah.
But now the marketplace is going to start, and you'll see this in all media, right? If you go and you watch YouTube shorts from a year ago, and you'll see a vast difference in those as the algorithms started. But now you'll go and you'll able to pick up on nuances that you wouldn't have seen a year ago, because now you're like, oh, okay, that guy's actually nailing this thing. Same thing with writing, and it's just going to, people are very sensitive prediction machines, and I think they're just going to start to recognize the differences between them. I don't think it's going to give away. I don't think it's going to make the difference irrelevant. I think that people will pick up on the difference.
I also, the two clarifying things as you were talking that it also pushed me to is, first, that, by the way, doesn't mean that it's not useful to go from B plus to A. It's just not used in the same way.
Correct.
Meaning I still use it to change tone or give me synonyms, so it's still not unusable. It's just, it's not used in the same way that somebody who's writing in a second language would use it. Right. So it's, do you agree with that?
But none of this solves what's the real problem, right? Now, once table stakes have changed, it doesn't change strategy, which is still often missing, right? So you can write something, but are you writing the right thing? Have you thought about the audience? Is it driving towards some kind of CTA or driving someone down the funnel? Those things are not, none of those things are solved by better writing. That is a different problem. So strategy will tend to be elevated. And last year I worked with a bunch of agency owners. I was actually coaching some agency owners, and I just kind of killed that business because I'm like, you guys are all going to be gutted. This industry is just like about to be destroyed, and I just don't need to be in it. So I used to run an agency. And part of this is because these tools are going to gut the revenue source, which is essentially a big pyramid of people taking margin off of people.
Correct.
And the only thing that's going to have real value once that gets commoditized is strategy. And there's only so much you can charge for strategy, because it's kind of like, now it's like I used to be an attorney, so this is like, it's like that world. Like, I could charge $1,600 an hour because I was an IP strategist, but some other dude could only charge $300 an hour because there was something else. So it's just going to be this vague thing about how much you can charge, but ultimately the entire business model is going to devolve into perceived value.
Yeah. Do you think that, I mean, my sense is, and I'm interested in your perspective, which is, as a student of economics, economics is unlimited wants and limited resources. And my perspective is that, just like I love your Overton window reference. To me, it just shifts everything up. Meaning it doesn't, that we have, now I'm going to serve you a cease and desist with one click. And then there's going to, meaning everything just goes up. We're insatiable. It's not like, oh, we're done wanting things. It's just, you're going to expect a custom litigation strategy document from your lawyer within 24 hours. You're just, the whole, it's just, that's table stakes.
Yeah, correct. And you bring up a really good point, which is the time dimension, because once you've got the machines doing things, it's not just about quality. It's the customer's expectation of time.
Correct.
is now going to be distorted, such that not only is getting A+ quality writing, still much more expensive because the machines are doing the B quality writing, but also takes a lot longer. So now there's a different trade that needs to be made, which is both time and money. So there needs to be a commensurate payoff with that A+ quality writer.
It seems, if we go back to our Nassim Taleb, right? It seems like at barbells, where just what's going to get creamed is just the middle garbage. I write you a drip email sequence for $2,000 local marketing. You're either going to go up and you're going to be Ogilvy, or you're going to go down and be Claude with a fine-tuned database.
Correct.
It seems like it's just going to pressure this middle garbage, right?
It is, but during that compression point is actually when a lot of money will be made for people selling into the disruption. The services ones will be gutted first, but the platforms, which is where I'm playing, are going to be where the battle is fought as the transition happens. So as people seek to replace humans with machines, they're going to need a tool to do that.
Oh, of course, they're going to need all sorts of stuff. They're going to need audits. They're going to need architectures. They're going to. I mean, there's a